Today, we're going to be talking about how to be a better vlogger, how to vlog for beginners, and how to just be better at YouTube if you are a more advanced vlogger or a more advanced YouTuber and you're still looking for some tips. For those of you who are just joining us, my name is Katie. My husband Blake is in the Air Force, but he's actually getting out of the Air Force this year, and we still don't know what the next step in life is going to be. So because of this huge transformative year that we're going to be having here, I'm trying to think about all these different ways that we can improve our lives in general, including on YouTube. So a little over a week ago, I sent out a survey to you guys, viewers of this channel, essentially asking you, what do we do really well on this channel, and then what do we do really badly on this channel? We got over 300 responses from you guys about just how to improve our vlogs. And as I was reading those responses, it became super apparent how pretty much all of these things could benefit pretty much every single channel on YouTube. So I wanted to throw this video together to not only go over the survey results with regular viewers, but also possibly give a little bit of advice for those of you who are just starting out vlogging, who want to know how to vlog for beginners, how to be a better vlogger if you've been vlogging for a while, and just how to be better at the whole YouTube game. So we're just gonna jump right in. The survey was just done on Google Forms, which is a totally free thing available to you if you have a Gmail account or a Google Drive account. And I'm just gonna be looking at some of the responses on my phone. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. The first question is, how did you originally find our channel? This response didn't surprise me so much. Most people found us from another YouTube channel. That accounted for over half of responses there, so I'm not really surprised about that. Another cool metric was that over 33% of viewers found us from YouTube search results. Over the course of 2018, one of our goals on this channel is to probably grow that metric a little bit more, specifically showing up in YouTube search results a little bit better, which essentially means being a lot better at titling videos, having enticing thumbnails that make you want to click on it, and also metadata, things that are in YouTube tags and also the description bar of videos. So, tip for fellow YouTubers and or vloggers who are wanting to improve your search results. Make sure you are doing descriptive titles and tags as well as descriptions in all of your videos. The more descriptive info that YouTube has to play around with, the more likely you're going to be showing up in search results, especially if the video topic is about something that's a really targeted subject. Definitely check out the links I have in the description bar below to other YouTube channels that are dedicated to this subject. There are literally entire channels dedicated to helping YouTubers do better on YouTube. There are 3 extensions/services that are really good for helping you do this. They are called vidIQ, TubeBuddy, and Morning Fame. I will link all of them in the description bar below if you want to check them out. And I might maybe do a video on those services a little bit later, but for now, we're just going to continue on with the survey results. In your opinion, which Culp Fiction vlog stands out as being the best and or the most memorable? And there are 3 types of videos that really stood out. Everybody really seems to like it when we travel. So travel vlogs when we go up to Montana, when we go to Canada, when we went camping. Travel-esque vlogs people seem to really enjoy. Another type of vlog that seems to stand out for a lot of people is when Blake comes home from his deployments. Deployment homecomings are definitely a very emotionally high kind of video that we really enjoy to put out when those things happen. And another type of video that seem to really stand out in people's minds are actually the more artistic-y kind of ones. Ones where I was making bread. That was a big one that was mentioned a couple times. When I talked about the word epitome, that was a big one for a couple people. So those are 3 types of videos that stood out as being the best according to our viewers. And then follow-up question, why does this video stand out to you? Most people said it gave me a strong emotional reaction, whether that be sadness or happiness or laughter or just a really strong emotion. Emotional videos seem to be more enjoyable for more people. So asking your viewers which videos and or vlogs stand out as being either the most memorable or the best in their opinion, how does this benefit you as a vlogger or YouTuber? Generally speaking, these videos struck a chord with your audience in some form or another. Maybe the content was really interesting, maybe it was about an emotional subject that really struck a chord with them. Regardless of what these videos are for your channel, one way to find that information is to go into your analytics and check and see which videos have the most engagement on them. Not necessarily views, but we're talking like thumbs up, we're talking comments. And then one thing you can do as a vlogger or YouTuber with this information is to make more content like that. As long as those videos are videos that you actually want to do, if you like them and your audience likes them, why not do more of those videos? This kind of goes into the next question as well. The next question was, in your opinion, what do we do really well on this channel? What is something we do really well? I'll be throwing up a couple responses if you want to pause and read them. A lot of really good responses here. Lots of people really like the drone. When we take the drone up, drone footage is good. And most people say in some form or another that we are relatable, that we're personable, that you feel like we're just talking to friends, which we pretty much are. That is definitely probably priority number one when it comes to filming videos for this channel. We never want to feel like we're putting up some kind of front. We never really want to feel like we're not being ourselves. And I think that is like key for any channel on YouTube. Be that YouTuber who's actually making videos that they want to make. Part of YouTube is about having fun, creating a conversation, making cool content that you really enjoy, but above all, doing what you want to do. Make the content that you want to make. Because if you start making content that you don't even like, A, your audience is going to know that you don't enjoy what you're doing, but also B, it's not sustainable. If you're making content that you don't even like in the first place, you're going to quit because nobody wants to spend their time doing something they don't like, especially on their time off. The next question was, in your opinion, what specifically sets us apart from other channels that you watch in a positive way? What is something that we just do better compared to other channels? Especially for the people that watch a lot of videos on YouTube or a lot of different channels, there are some things I think that start to stand out about different channels in either a positive or negative way, and we're just trying to learn more about what those things might be for us, if that makes sense. So a lot of people said that we're really good at connecting with viewers, which is definitely another huge priority for us. We try to respond to pretty much every comment. We've gotten a little backlogged lately, but we always try to do that. That's definitely a huge piece of it for us. So another tip for YouTubers or vloggers is to absolutely connect with your audience. I think one of the best things we ever did on this channel was to introduce the question of the day. More recently, we've been doing question of the day kind of within the video instead of at the very end, but the premise is the same. Talk to your audience because your audience is talking to you, so you should talk back. Create a conversation. At the root of it, YouTube is a social platform. If there was no social aspect to YouTube, nobody would do it. It would be the most boring echo chamber in the entire world. And the best part is that your audience can challenge your own views. This is great not only for growing as a YouTuber or vlogger, but it's also great for growing as a human. Getting out of your comfort zone, learning new things, and interacting with people that have a different life experience as you, that's how you can grow as a person. So talk with your audience. The next two questions are about what we do really badly, and this is not a surprise. In your opinion, what is something we do really badly on our channel? Everybody said consistency. We don't upload enough, you don't upload on a schedule, you don't upload as often consistently as other vloggers I watch, you've become inconsistent, sticking to a schedule. Consistency has been a challenge. You guys, this is not a surprise. Thank you so much for letting us know though, because that means that it's obvious not only to us, but it's obvious to you guys that we haven't been sticking to a schedule. And that seems to be a big thing for a lot of people, is just consistently sticking to a schedule, making sure we upload around the same times or the same amount of videos per week, and knowing that it's obvious to you guys as well that we're not sticking to a schedule. That's something we can definitely change, and I can commit to that. I can definitely agree that we need to do that more, and 2018 is the year to make that happen. For this tip, I'm pretty sure I don't have to dive too far into this, but be consistent with your videos. Because if this survey has taught me anything, it's that your audience notices when you're not consistent. The next question was, in your opinion, what specifically sets us apart from other channels you watch in a negative way? What is something we do worse? Most people said consistency, again, like the last question. I wish you'd show more daily type routines, cooking, cleaning, going out for errands. So that's something we can do if that's important to you guys. This is a good one. Sometimes it seems like a Caty vlog featuring Blake. I would like to see him open up more. I think that's a really good comment. And I think it's pretty obvious that I kind of do everything when it comes to the YouTube stuff. It's definitely a huge passion of mine, and Blake is so busy with work most of the time that he can only literally be in it for a little piece of the day most of the time. But this is definitely something we can improve over the course of the next year for sure. It'll be interesting when Blake deploys too, because you guys know that Blake is just about to deploy again, a third time, but he's going somewhere amazing. It's actually going to become really obvious where he's going when he's there, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be a surprise for everybody, so I'm not gonna say like where he's going, but he's going somewhere where I'm hoping he can get lots of amazing footage because it's an incredible place. But above all, most of this is, again, consistency and putting out more videos. A lot of people are saying that they would love it if we did daily vlogs. A while ago, I would have agreed with you. I would have totally wanted to do daily vlogs as well. But me and Blake both work full-time jobs right now, and if we daily vlogged every day, you guys, it would be so boring. It would actually be so boring. Maybe in the future, we can do maybe 5 times a week, but that's stretching it a little bit. So I think we should try our 3 times a week first and see how it goes. Because again, consistency is key here. What videos do you wish we did more of? Most people said nothing. I like strictly vlog channels. And I guess I can kind of agree with this. When I'm watching a vlog channel, I like to see what's going on in people's lives. I'm not super into like deviating from that too much. A lot of people also said sit down videos as well. So like when we're sitting down and having a conversation with you guys, kind of like this video, but I'm actually standing right now, but you know what I mean. Nothing, keep it with the vlogs, and this type of video that I'm doing right now, I think that's a really healthy balance, and I think that's kind of what we're going to probably be doing a lot more of in the future. Regular vlogs and sit down vlogs. Then we got into some interesting topics. Let's talk merch. If we had merch you could buy, would you? And we were all over the map with this question. This was a very even split among a lot of people, so that was very interesting to see. How do you feel about outside fan funding sites such as Patreon to support your favorite creators? Most people said they weren't sure. I'm not sure about how I feel about it, which makes sense. Patreon is kind of new, and I think for a lot of people, it might depend on the creator. As a viewer myself to a lot of different people, I think there's some people I'd support on Patreon over others, just kind of depending. A huge chunk of the pie also said that they're completely for it. They totally get the Patreon thing. So that's really interesting to know. A smaller piece of the pie said completely against it, and then an even smaller piece said it depends. There has to be exclusive content available to me on Patreon for me to consider it. So that was an interesting one. I thought more people would be completely against it, to be completely honest. On the subject of merch and or Patreon, a tip for vloggers or YouTubers who are kind of exploring this route, whatever you end up doing, if this is something you want to do, make sure it integrates well with your channel. This also goes for brand deals and pretty much any other way that a YouTuber can monetize their videos outside of AdSense. Your viewers and people in general know when they're being sold to, but there's absolutely a product, a time, and a place when it's appropriate. There's also a very specific audience that would be more supportive of one monetary channel than another. If monetization is important to you as a creator, make sure you kind of explore those routes before you just jump in and start selling to people. You probably don't want to be the internet version of those annoying mall kiosks that are just trying to like pump little bits of lotion into your hand as you're walking by and try to get you to buy a little tiny thing of lotion for like way too much money. Nobody likes that, and it can be a big turnoff. So definitely experiment if this is important to you, but also make sure you're listening to your audience to see what is working more than another thing. I have no doubt that if you have a supportive audience, they'll let you know if you're doing something wrong. And then my favorite piece of the survey, is there anything else you'd like to include? Advice, constructive criticism, ideas, responses to previous questions, etc. that would help make our channel even better in the upcoming year. Again, I'm going to put lots of responses up so you can pause and read them if you want. With regards to merchandise, I would love to get it, but I live in South Africa and the postal system is ridiculous. It takes over 6 months for anything to get here, if it ever does, and it costs about $25, so it depends on the price. Totally understand. More Q&A sessions, I can do that. As far as Patreon goes, it depends on the content creator. Makes sense. And if you guys see things on the screen that you agree with, definitely comment on this video and let us know. The more responses we get to surveys like this and your comments in the comment section and when you reach out to us on other social media, the better. It helps us be better vloggers, but it also kind of helps us be better people too, because let's be honest, we're human and sometimes we mess up on stuff. Sometimes we say things that come across wrong. Sometimes we do things that maybe people don't agree with. But when we all share those opinions and those discussions in the comments, that's what YouTube is. That's like what YouTube is supposed to be. You know what I mean? YouTube is a place where we're all kind of invested in a very similar thing when you think about it. We're watching videos for a reason. And when we can share those reasons and our own opinions and our own viewpoints, that's how we be better people, not just people on the internet, but people in general. I'm really excited to be implementing more of these changes in the upcoming year, and I really hope that if you are a vlogger or a YouTuber, maybe some of this was helpful. Do the videos that you wanna do, and whatever you do, be consistent about it, because it's very obvious when you're not consistent. Read the comments listed below, and maybe there will be some other tips as well. And I almost forgot, the winner of the prize from this survey is... Sweet. I'll be emailing you to make sure you're a real person before I email you your prize, so definitely keep your eye out on spam folders and other folders that emails like to fall into. I hope this was informative and kind of enlightening for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye!